Okay, today we're going to tie a Manhattan Midge. And if you like fishing small, unweighted midge patterns, go ahead and give this video a like and drop a comment what your favorite pattern is. We're going to start off today with a TMC 2488 in size 18 and a killer Caddis glass bead. I'm just going to get started with some 14-aught black Veevus thread. 14-aught, I meant 10-aught. Super small thread would be fine with this. Trying to just keep a nice thin thread body here. Don't want to build up too much bulk in this. This is a midge-sized glass bead, and we don't want to have issues with finishing. So I just like to keep well, must have helicoptered this off a little bit too much. All right, let's try this again. Get this thread under control here. Get this wire rib, just some small copper wire. Just try to, as much as possible, touching turns, flat thread, and you can stop and give that thread a good spin every so often. Down the bend there. Touching turns back up. Random thread. Get there. Trim that out. Get this thread flat and go back and forth once. Get that covered up. These hooks are super sharp. I must have just slightly caught that thread on the hook. All right, we got a nice little body there. Now we can just wrap our ribbing up. Like to keep the spacing fairly close. With the small wire, I think it looks pretty good. We do want to be mindful of our wraps up here. At this glass bead, as I'm taking a whole bunch of wraps here. Don't want to crowd it too much. Want to give ourselves plenty of room to whip finish. So what I end up using for the emergent wing is a little clump of, this is some Fluoro fiber. Trying to keep things getting all in that glass bead. Back a little bit. There we go. We don't need a whole lot. Let me come in here. Turn that off nice and close. You can save that for later. We can come in after we get our thorax in here. It's just going to be a single strand of Peacock Herl. I like to make sure I find one doesn't have, it's not, this one doesn't have too much, too many fibers, too long of fibers, I guess. I want to keep this from getting really bushy. You can put a dab of super glue there if you'd like to kind of help with some durability. But it's not necessary. We want to be aware of our thread wraps here. Just a couple tight securing wraps. Don't want to get too crazy because we're going to go into a whip finish. We can come in here and trim this wing too. Nice little wing bud. Back here, a little emergent wing. And go right into like a 3-turn whip finish. Right behind that glass bead. So that's probably one of the trickier parts. These glass beads definitely don't act the same as a tungsten bead. There you have it. There is a Manhattan Midge. And again, if you like tying tiny unweighted midge patterns, give this video a like and drop a comment what your favorite midge pattern is, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.